How are you doing? I'm OMG. I'm going to be doing your PAX brief for today. Your aircraft commander on the flight today is Major Charlie Rourke. Your co-pilot is First Lieutenant Tony Rudder. Your first boom operator will be Tech Sergeant Jimmy Bailey, and your second boom operator is going to be Senior Master Sergeant Sean Bopp. The KC-135 first flew in August of 1956. The last aircraft was delivered to the Air Force in 1965. Is projected to keep flying for 20 or 30 more years. The maximum total weight is 322,500 pounds. An average house weighs 160,000 pounds, so that's like 2 houses with wings. Our receiver today is going to be a C-17, which first flew in September of 1991. The last C-17 was delivered to the Air Force in 2015. The maximum total weight of this aircraft is 585,000 pounds. It can carry 170,900 pounds of cargo. Today's air refueling route is going to be 307 Charlie. As you can see on the map, we will be flying southwest of Spokane. We'll go down past Portland and around Eugene, Oregon. We're going to turn back to the east. And we're going to fly to Boise, Idaho, and then we're going to fly north and then back to the west before coming back to Fairchild. Today's mission will be taking off with 70,000 pounds of fuel. That's about 10,500 gallons. An average car gets about 20 miles to the gallon. That's equal to about 210,000 miles, or enough to drive around the world 8.5 times. Our speed during air refueling will be about 265 nautical miles per hour. That's about 305 miles per hour in your car. The C-17 will be about 19 feet behind us when in contact. That's just over 1 car length. So as you can see, if we stopped fast, we will be like a bug on their windshield. The next picture is what it looks like from the boom pod as the C-17 is coming up behind us. In this picture, you can see what it looks like from the C-17 as they're coming into contact. Each one of you will be rotated through the boom pod to watch air refueling. For evacuation, we have alarm bells. 1 long ring on the ground means get out of the airplane. 1 long ring in the air, that means prepare for emergency landing. All other bells you will be directed by a crew member. There will be an alarm bell test prior to taxi to familiarize you with the sound of the bell. There are 7 emergency exits aboard the airplane. The aft hatch, it has a teardrop-looking handle. You will turn and pull the door into the jet and put it to the side. There's also a rope and an overhead pouch. If you're using the rope, extend the rope out of the hatch, making sure that it touches the ground. Make sure it's securely attached to the jet before climbing down the rope, or you will look like the kid on the right. There's also an inflatable emergency slide. The crew member will inflate the slide. Do not jump, only sit down and slide. The first couple people down will hold the bottom of the slide for everyone else. We also have 2 overwing hatches. They have a shovel-looking handle. You're going to pull that towards you and then pull the door into the jet and put it to the side. Then you're going to exit and you're going to slide off the back of the wing to the ground. If the cargo door is open, you could also use that as an emergency exit. All other exits you will be directed by a crew member. After you're on the ground, run 200 feet off the nose of the aircraft and everyone will meet up. While you're egressing, watch for emergency responding vehicles and other aircraft. And here you can see where all of the exits are on the aircraft. Seat belts will be fastened for taxi, takeoff, air refueling, landing, or when directed. Seated passengers will have a seat belt fastened at all times should unexpected turbulence be encountered. After landing, remain seated with seatbelt fastened until the airplane is parked and the engines are shut down. You will be carrying an emergency passenger oxygen system, or EPOS. They're located throughout the cabin, and you're going to carry your EPOS at all times. When directed, put on your oxygen first, then help others. You're going to remove it from the green bag and tear open the pouch to remove the hood. You're going to pull the red ball. You will hear hissing for about 5 minutes until the hood fully inflates, then the hissing will stop. Aboard the aircraft, it's going to be very loud. You'll feel the oxygen coming out. You probably will not hear it. During activation, grasp the large round end of the cylinder. Failure to do so will restrict the metal tab from opening and activating the oxygen system. The EPOS will not function without the removal of the metal tab. If the red knob separates, grasp the lanyard to pull the metal tab off the cylinder and then proceed to use the EPOS as directed. Failure to activate the flow of oxygen will reduce the level of oxygen inside the hood and will result in suffocation and death. If you have any issues with your EPOS, feel free to grab another one and use that. Then you're going to put on the hood. Make sure there's nothing is obstructing the neck seal, like hair, jewelry, or clothing. Breathe normally. Replace the EPOS if the hood collapses on your face, and remove oxygen only when directed by a crew member. On our airplane, there is a latrine up front with urinal tubes and a camp-style toilet. For earplugs or air sickness bags, ask a crew member prior to getting sick. If you have cold or sinus issues, think about not going today. The use of electronic devices aboard this aircraft is governed by USAF directives. Do not operate any portable electronic devices without the expressed approval of the aircraft commander. Laptops, tablets, and cell phones in airplane mode and wireless capabilities turned off are authorized above 10,000 feet. The use of MRE heaters, tobacco products, alcohol, and narcotics is prohibited unless approved by a competent authority. Okay, that's all I have for today. You guys go, enjoy, and have a great flight.